So hi you guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. So today I'm pretty much going to be talking about like your gut health and how it controls your mind, or how it's like linked to your mind and how it's linked to helping you be able to make like better decisions and just overall feel better about yourself. Okay, and this is just from my observation that I've done on myself. Okay, not from like, I've heard studies, I've heard people talk about like, you know, you are what you eat because you really are what you eat, you know. But I've done like, okay, so I've done a $40 I've done a 40-day, like a vegan. I went vegan for 40 days. Okay, and this was in, what year was this? When did I go vegan? Like 2017, 2018, around there. And I ate nothing but like fruits and vegetables for 40 days. Okay, and the first couple days were really hard, not gonna lie, but I noticed I felt really good. My mood was like better, even though the situation that I was like, where I was staying at wasn't the best, but like I felt super good, like despite like my circumstances. But yeah, so that's when I noticed, okay, so you kind of do feel really good. But then I went back to eating like, you know, a bunch of meats and like pork and all that stuff and just a bunch of junk food and not really like caring what I was eating, honestly. And or just I wasn't really aware, I guess you could say. But anyways, and then recently I've been like, you know, like noticing how my body feels when I eat certain foods. Like when I love ice cream, I love cheese, but I do not feel like it makes me feel like bloated and like stuffy, and I like get cramps and stuff if I eat too much of it. And like for example, like last night I ate some hot Cheetos with cream cheese. That's usually what I crave around my cycle. Might be too much information, but that's like what I crave. It's either like chocolate or like hot stuff. And yeah, my last cycle I didn't eat like cream cheese, I just ate like hot Cheetos, and I was like, okay. But like last night I had hot Cheeto puffs and I had them with like the whipped cream cheese. Dude, so bomb, not gonna lie. 10/10, would recommend. But like I was like, oh my god, I already know it's gonna mess me up. And like this morning, like my stomach still feels like a little like from it, and I know it's because of that. And because I'm on my cycle too, but still, like it's more so from like what I ate. I know that. I just know it. So anyways, my point is, like, before I was eating like super healthy, which I currently still am for the most part, besides, you know, I had a cheat meal a couple days ago and I had the melt. I had their burger and I had cheese, and I was like, ooh, I knew that was too much, you know what I mean? And also had some ranch. So I was like, anyways, I just noticed that I wasn't like I was feeling good, but I wasn't feeling that great. And this all could be linked to like on my like starting my cycle too. So you know what I mean? I think you have to just absorb yourself, okay? But I'm just telling you my experience. So yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but when I'm eating like super clean, super healthy, like I feel good. I don't have like cramps when I'm not eating like cream cheese or milk, ice cream. Like, so I can hear one of you guys are probably like, oh, you're lactose intolerant or whatever. That's probably what it is, honestly. But like I just feel so good when I eat like fruits and like have like steak, or like fruits and like salmon. Like I feel so good like when I just eat clean and I'm not eating fast food, because I'm not, you know, my body's not taking in all that. It doesn't have time not tons of time. It's not taking in all that processed food, you know? Like, our body is not meant to digest that, like, trash. Like, fast food is trash, okay? Like, there's like McDonald's burgers are trash, okay? And I used to love Big Macs. Like, Big Macs were my go-to. I remember I was pregnant with my first son. I had a Big Mac like the last week of my, like, up to my due date. I was having a Big Mac. That was like my main, like, meal. I was like, Mom, I'm craving a Big Mac. Okay, that's what I want. I'm gonna have it, you know? And it's like no nutritious value in that food. It's like, it's crap. Like, I wish I would have just made like myself a homemade burger, you know what I mean? Or, you know, like, I can't say like burgers are bad. Like, there's healthy burgers. Like the Melt, for example, that burger it's a healthy burger. Like, you can tell their meat's fresh, but I just probably have to get it without the cheese. And you know, depending on their buns, I don't know how much their buns, like how, I don't know, like the ingredients for their buns, you know what I mean? That makes, anyways, but yeah, I don't know. But all I'm saying is, you guys, if you guys want to, like, just change, not even like, if you want to feel better, okay, about, like, just feel better in general, like have a better mindset. Yes, you can watch motivation videos and all that stuff, but all that stuff is not really good. It's helping, right? It's a tool, we're gonna use it, but it comes down to what we put inside our bodies. Like, that's like the main thing. Like, I can work out as much as I want, listen to whatever I want, do whatever the hell, you know what I mean? Everything on the outside of me, right? But it comes down to what I'm actually putting inside, like what I'm consuming in my body. Like, so if I'm consuming a bunch of like junk food, I mean, you can just look at different people. Just start being more observant when you go out. Just start watching people, watch how they act, watch how they talk, watch the conversations they're always in, stuff like that. You'll be able to tell. I'm starting to believe like a lot of that stuff is linked to what we put in our bodies. Like I don't know. Like, since I've been like eating like more like, you know, like fruits and vegetables, I'll put a picture of what I've normally been eating for like the last 3 weeks, okay? I've been really pretty consistent. Besides, you know, I had the melty cheeseburger and the hot Cheetos. I did have some ice cream as well, like a week ago, but it wasn't a lot. But even that from Baskin Robbins, I had a small cup of like their 1 scoop of ice cream. No, I had 2 scoops. I'm not gonna lie, of their strawberry shortcake cheesecake. Bomb. Not gonna lie, hella good. But I ate it and then it made me like, I didn't feel good the next day. Like, my stomach was like, But anyways, so I think I'm just gonna like give up like dairy and sweet stuff for a while, just because I noticed that it doesn't make me feel good at all. You know what I mean? And it messes with like my thoughts. It messes with like, I be glitching. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. It's like you can't think straight. You know what I mean? It makes you like confused. I don't know. I feel like when I'm eating like clean and I'm just like, I feel so much better. I'm able to make like better health choices, better decisions. My thoughts are better. Like, I just feel overall good. You know what I mean? Like, and like, that's what I like to feel. Like, I like to feel good. Like, a lot of people say, like, oh, you look really, like, you know, you look beautiful. You know what I mean? And people can give you compliments all you want. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that you're going to go home and actually feel beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the type of person that, like, I like to look good, obviously. I like to look good, but I like to feel good even more. And when I feel good, and I'm like, okay. And then when I look good, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but Anyway, that's just my little thought process on it. Your gut is like our first brain. So if you want to have, like, I think the best experience that we can have in this lifetime, it starts with what we're putting inside our bodies. Okay? Yeah. And you also can't be out here sleeping with everybody. But if that's you, do you. I'm not judging. But if you're trying to become like the best version of yourself, you can't be out here sleeping with everybody, giving yourself to everybody like that you come across. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Because you don't know who they've been with. And when you do that, you're taking on their demons. You're taking on their spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You might sleep with someone and you might be feeling like, if you feel drained after you like sleep with someone, then you know it's like, it's an energy swap. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you're supposed to be with someone that's equally yoked, because then when you sleep with them after, you feel good. You feel, you know, it's 11:11. You feel like, oh, I feel hella like this is like, you know what I mean? You feel like, okay, I think you're my person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you'll feel the connection. You'll feel it there. You feel it there. You know what I mean? And if someone's draining you, that's my biggest sign of like, nope, like, can't do it. You know, so just be mindful, you guys, of what you're putting inside your bodies, because it's all linked to our experience, what we're gonna see in our 3D world, what we are projecting, and what you want to come to you, and everything is all interconnected to what we put in our bodies, all that good stuff. Not to end like diseases and all that stuff too. Like, if we're eating junk food all the time, you know what I mean? And yeah, there's people, you know, who are like, you know what I'm saying, they're healthy, like, you know what I mean, they live a long life and they eat whatever the heck they want also. But back in those days too, it wasn't a lot of chemicals and a lot of bad stuff in their products. Like, I guess really it was more pure, I guess, I don't know. But now it's like they're adding way more chemicals, like way more stuff. But then again, I don't know. What do I know? Who knows? Maybe they had other stuff in there. They just wasn't putting it on the package, whatever. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's crazy. Like, the resident I had with me earlier, the client I just dropped off, because we were talking about food. That's why I'm making this video. We were talking about food and whatnot. And she was like, oh, yeah, we're talking about food, and she was like, she was gonna make some an angel cake, and she said the angel cake had sodium, I don't know, sodium something in it. And she's like, we used to work with that in the lab, and she was like, that's really foamy. She was like, I'm not gonna make that. She's like, I don't want that in my body. And I'm like, oh, see. And I'm like, dude, that stuff's in everything. What is it called? Let me look it up. Sodium lauryl sulfate. That's what she said it was called. She was like, I'm not gonna eat that. And I was like, you know, that's in a lot of stuff. I'm like, that's in a lot of stuff. So I'm like, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? So it just made me think to like today I'm gonna eat I'm gonna eat clean, I'm gonna eat good. It's just like, I don't know. I know I'm gonna grow old if it's in God's will, and I just want to make sure I'm in like my physical body's in the best shape. That's why I don't really drink. I don't smoke. I don't like how I feel when I drink, because I mean, I don't like when you get hungover, you know what I mean? But I did like wine, I'm not gonna lie. I went wine tasting for the first time last year, and it didn't taste that great because I actually had like, I was hungry and I ate the dark chocolate before I drank the wine. So the wine all tasted like bitter to me, but I did like how I felt after, I'm not gonna lie. And I didn't even have that many, like it was like wine tasting, that's all I paid for. So, and I think we tried 4 or 5 different wines, I'm not sure, but they didn't even give us a lot. I mean, me and my friend were complaining because we're like, dude, we paid this much money, they give us like a tiny bit. But yeah, and But anyways, I felt really good. I was like, ooh, okay, this is dangerous because, you know, I like how I feel. Like, I went home and it was like one of the best sleeps I ever had. I was like, okay, I see why people drink wine, because you feel hella good. It's not like drinking like tequila or like Hennessy or like, you know, all the other liquor stuff. Like, it's a different type of drunk, I guess. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. It's a different type of feel. And sometimes, you know, like when I'm having like a bad day, like, you know, sometimes we get stressed out, whatever, and I want to smoke, and it's just like, and I remember how I felt and how I'm gonna feel after. It's like, it's not worth it, and it's not what it's doing to my body, you know what I mean? It's making my lungs black, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this was a long video. You guys learned a lot about me in this video. I'm deciding if I'm gonna post it or not. I don't know. But anyways, it's just this is just how I think sometimes and how I am. And yeah, and I'm not judging anyone who, you know, if you're doing any of these things in the video, if you're not eating healthy, you know, I don't eat healthy all the time. I'm not perfect. I don't want this video to seem like I'm like perfect. So I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? No one's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make better food choices and just better choices for myself, so I can have a better life for me and my children. So I'm not judging anyone. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I know smoking marijuana, it cures a lot of people. It helps people with depression. It helps people who have eating disorders, like they're able to eat if they smoke. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not judging anyone. And I know it helps people with seizures, oil, marijuana. I know it's a lot of good benefits from cannabis, from, you know, God-given plants. You know what I'm saying? And I do like a CBD oil. Like, I'll use that. Like, I'm not judging anyone. And who knows, you know, maybe in the future when I don't have to work, I might take a puff here and there. You know what I'm saying? I just know that it's not the best for our bodies. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like lung, like, you know what I'm saying? Like for our lungs, like smoking wise, I guess you could say it like that. Cause you know, there's creams, there's edibles you can eat, butter so you can eat, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of other ways, and I don't think those are like as damaging to our bodies than to like actually inhale the smoke of it, you know what I'm saying? To like crazy. But yeah, I'll end this video like this. If you're new to my channel and you made it this far to the end of the video, subscribe. Let me know if you guys like videos like this, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.